Yo, what's going on, EOP sports fans? It's your main man, Sal G, hanging with you tonight, this morning. It's past midnight, so appreciate all my night owls and diehards that stayed up with me late tonight to watch this game. We had a great one for you. Phillies beat the Padres in game one of this series 9-1. This game had everything. Phillies won the past two yesterday. It was nice to see them get back in the win column, shutting out the Reds, closing out that series 5-zip. And tonight they get right back at it to win 9-1. They said two games in a row. One more, we got a winning streak, right? 3 games in a row. So let's keep it up. Let's start another winning streak. It was a great game. It was fun to see. Great weekend for Philadelphia. Draft time. I know all our NFL fans in the house checking in. Appreciate it. The draft is great. I heard some EAGLES chants at the game in San Diego there. So looks like we had Philadelphia representing. Yeah, man, what a night, man. The Phils have won 9 of their last 11 and lead Major League Baseball with 5 shutouts. One more than the Phillies had last year. They only had 4 last year. This is April, and we have 5. So this pitching staff, man, I don't know, man. I'm hearing comps that this pitching staff is better than the 2011 staff. What do you all think about that? Now, I'm not saying the players are better players than those guys. I'm just saying this year, this particular year, for the starters, is it better than 2011? Remember 2011, we had Roy Halladay, Cliff Lee, Cole Hamels, Roy Oswalt, Joe Blanton. And so far, this 5-man rotation, or potentially 6, or whatever the heck it's going to be, of Wheeler, Nola, Ranger, Sanchez, Turnbull / Walker. So far, the numbers for these guys, I'm not counting Walker. Forget about Walker for now because he hasn't pitched yet. But I think the numbers, if we look back to last year at this time in April, I'm pretty sure these numbers are a lot better for this year's team. It's crazy because right now, whereas coming into the night, Phillies have 3 of the top 6 ERAs in the National League. Turnbull, who might be getting bumped out of the rotation, was number 1. Suarez 2. Wheeler 3. That's insane, right? It's crazy to see MLB Network list Zach Wheeler the number 1 pitcher, Ranger Suarez the number 10 pitcher in all of baseball as far as their pitcher power rankings goes. So that's an interesting tidbit too. I see the comments already blowing up. And before we get all into it here, I know already getting ahead of myself. I want to thank all our sponsors. First, we're going to go ahead and thank Streetlight Kitchen and Bar. Thank Cherry Law Firm. Thank Sherry's Tickets. Thank Philly Sports Trips. And thank Dolan's Bar. Appreciate your supporting EOP. So, yeah, what's going on here, guys? Let's see. Elephant in the room. Great win. Brandon Marsh is a beast. And I'm telling you, elephant in the room. This is my guy, man. This guy, every time he plays, he always does something. If it's not with the bat, it's with the glove. If it's not the glove, it's the bat. And then sometimes he does both, like he did tonight. He had a great game tonight. What can we say? If this team keeps putting together the offense that we believe they're capable of doing, because we've seen it in the past couple years, and then with this elevated pitching staff, now look, some regression is expected to happen, right? They can't keep this up, right? Can they? Shoot, I mean, it's fun to see. It's a fun ride. They're just kicking butt, taking names. Star Wars says, Nola, let's go. Nola, back-to-back games with at least 8 innings pitched. Dude, man, hey, so far, 7-year contract, looking all right. I was kind of questioning the length. I know it's year 1, So far for year one, I'm digging it. He's a bulldog, right? The guy gives you innings. Okay, maybe his ERA is going to be in the 3.5 to close to 4 range, but he gets you 200 innings, 200 strikeouts. I think we can live with that for sure. But let's recap this game real quick. I mean, it was all Philadelphia. Musgrove came out. He hadn't allowed a home run to a left-hander before tonight. First batter of the game, Schwarber, bomb, home run to a left-hander, and he allowed 2 more home runs to left-handers tonight. Musgrove got rocked. Phillies rocked him. What can you say, man? I mean, the long ball, the hit parade was on tonight. Phillies were smashing the ball. How many hits we have tonight? 13 hits. 13 hits, 9 runs. Man. Padres had 3 runs, 7 hits. I mean, it was a blowout, every sense of the word. It was a fun game. It was great to see. Great pitching, great offense, great defense, all clean plays. I mean, Trey Turner had like 3 or 4 web jams in this game himself. Bohm was great with the glove. Rojas, he got turned around on the play and just recovered quickly in center field in a deep ball. Caught that no problem. Marsh robbed a home run casually. Just sticks up his glove. He's like, oh, shoot, I caught it. Wow. Looking back, like, wow. I mean, awesome, man. It was a fun game, man, for sure. Especially the last game I covered was the letdown game, coming off that 7-game win streak and just, the deflating loss. That killed us, man. Big Al says the San Diego Sherberts got beat up by the Phillies. Yeah, they definitely had like a tropical pina colada, fruity drink type of vibe tonight. Um, Whatever you want to call it, matches the weather there. Even though apparently the sun hasn't been out in 3 days and it started raining tonight, which like never happens in California. Man, it's wild. All right, got first ad. This is a fun one for you. This is a new one here, a new overlay here. Check this one out. So I want to thank our sponsor, Streetlight Kitchen and Bar. We're going to be there May 11th. We're going to do a pre-game show and a post-game show starting at 2:30 p.m. Come on out. Streetlight Kitchen and Bar at the Holiday Inn and Suites at the Drexel Brook Event Center. We're giving out a free ticket giveaway. I think we went ahead and stole some tickets from Joe Shear and Secret Stash again. We got 2 tickets for you guys for Friday, June 28th game. Come on out, support EOP, support Streetlight Kitchen and Bar. It's an awesome place. We were there before. Podcasting from there or video casting from there. Great scene, great food, great ambiance. Outside, they have an awesome patio there with a big screen TV. So hopefully the weather's cool enough, nice enough out there. Maybe we'll all be out there being able to do pre and post game out there. We'll see what happens. Weather cooperates and all. That should be a fun time. Come on out. Streetlight Kitchen and Bar, free ticket giveaway Friday, June 28th. All right, let's see some more of these comments here. Appreciate everybody's up tonight, man. I guess everybody's checking out the draft. It's Friday night. Elephant in the room. I think this rotation is producing better at the moment. Yeah, if you're comparing it to the 2011 staff, I have to agree. Again, I'm not going to go so far as to say these group of pitchers are better than those pitchers. I'm just saying for this particular season, it's a fun debate. It's a fun debate to have, and I'm curious to see how it's gonna play out there at the end of the season. But so far, like what you're doing. Big Al saying pitching has been amazing. I mean, you can't ask for more. I mean, as much as the Phillies offense has been slow out of the gate this season, I mean, the pitching is what kept us in most of these ball games, right? We wouldn't be where we're at without the pitching because the offense had yet to catch up. All right. And we always know coming in this season's pitching is usually ahead of hitting, but man, the Phillies just seem to take a long time to get alive with the bats. Star Wars says the Jalex as the draft pick that the Phillies made today, or excuse me, the Eagles. Um, yeah, that pick they made today. I didn't know much about it. I mean, I got an alert on my phone. It says wasn't even on the draft board, but I guess they saw something with this guy. Apparently, Vic Fangio is really big on this guy. So see if he could produce his. I love the two corners we grabbed. Man, I'm excited. I'm excited for the Eagles. I'm excited for the Phillies. I'm excited for Philadelphia, man. Great times coming up for sure. Al says, love that shirt, Sal. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Had to stock up on some Phillies gear, man. Getting all hyped up. All right, let's go ahead and break down some of these box scores. It's a fun time here. The hit parades. We get Schwarber. He went 1 for 3 with a run and an RBI and that leadoff home run. That is Schwarber's number 100th home run as a Philadelphia Philly, and it's his 35th career leadoff home run. All the guy does is hit home runs from the leadoff spot. And he walked twice, too. So he does what a leadoff hitter does, and he gets on base. 198 batting average. That's what he's going to bat, it looks like. But he's going to get on base. So Trey Turner, 1 for 4 with a run, a walk, and a strikeout. Bryce Harper, the dad strength, showing up. 1 for 5 with a run. The home run, again, off of Musgrove. He doesn't let home runs to the lefties, but he did tonight, big time. And the RBI, 2 strikeouts. So it seems like every time Bryce Harper has babies, he hits home runs. So you know what, Bryce? Have as many kids as you want, my man. You can do it for sure. Alec Boehm, whew, I mean, is anybody hotter than this guy right now? Smokes. 3 for 5, 2 runs, 1 RBI, 1 strikeout. I'm going to nitpick, all right, because that's what we do here in Philadelphia. Alec Boehm's playing amazing, right? He's crushing. He's batting 347 with a 431 on base, 568 slug. Nasty. OPS 1,000. That's elite. But the guy's not going to hit home runs. He's only on pace for 18 home runs. And whatever, it's fine. I look at this guy, he's 6'5". You should smash home runs. I mean, as big as this guy is, he should be smashing them. But, what are you going to complain, right? The guy's on pace for 130 RBI. So that would be cool. For now, keep him in the 4 spot, Thompson. Let's keep the hot guys playing and keep them in the prime spots in the lineup. Keep Boehm here. I know you like to do platoons. I'm not against platoons, but you are heavy into the platoons, my man. Ease up. Because what happens is if you take these guys out while they're hot and you bench them, you can kill the momentum. And that's big. That's big in baseball, right? Guys are streaky. Guys are hot. Keep them in. When they burn out, rest them. Take them out, right? Castellanos shouldn't be playing every single day. Hasn't had an off day yet. And we'll talk about him in a second. But I mean, give guys that need a break a day or two off just to clear the heads. Doesn't always have to be about the platoons. And if you want to work the platoons into next tough righty, the Phillies might face. All right, maybe you bench Castellanos then, but you can't bench Boehm right now while he's playing like this. You can't. Real Muto, 2 for 4 with 2 runs, 2 RBIs, a big screamer of a home run in the 7th inning, and a walk. Brandon Marsh, this dude, my man, 3 for 5, 3 hits, 1 run, 3 RBI, 1 home run, and he stole a home run from a guy. This dude's a beast. I love this guy. Keep him in the lineup. He shouldn't be sitting 2 days in a row. You want to rest him against a tough lefty? Cool, I'm down. You can't rest him all the time. Castellanos, he did it. He got his first extra base hit of the year, and it was a big one. His first home run of the year. 1 for 5 with a run, an RBI, that home run, one strikeout. Ah, Nick, I hope this is the start of big things. Sometimes that first home run is the hardest one to get. So let's hope this gives Nick some confidence and, he can add on to that and go streaky and, hits home runs in a bunch of home runs in the next several games. Stott went 0 for 4. He's been struggling. He struck out twice. He's batting 221, 287 on base. Johan Rojas, he got a hit. Nice to see. He went 1 for 4. He has a better batting average than some other guys in his lineup right now, folks. So can't hate. Can't hate on Johan. And he's got that gold glove defense. And on the Padres side, we don't need to go through everybody here, but I'll just basically call out Graham Pauly. Yo, Pauly! Pauly went 1 for 4 with a run, 2 RBIs, and a home run. He almost had 2 home runs in the game. That first one he could have hit. He hit it right at the wall in right field. Nick was pretty much back on the wall catching that ball. So like a half foot away from missing a home run there. So, and he struck out. And on the scoring summary here, so talked about the first inning. Schwarber starts off the game with his home run. Marsh then doubled to right, scoring Bohm. And then in the third inning, hit parade continues. Harper homers. Marsh homers to right. Knocks in Real Muto. 2-run shot. Castellanos homers. He got 3 home runs in that inning. That was the big inning for the Phils. Made it 6-0. And then you had Cronenworth doubling the left, scoring the only run, or excuse me, not the only one, the first run for the Padres. And then in the fourth inning, Bohm singled to center because all he does is hit, but not home runs. And Turner scored. And then in the seventh inning, Real Muto homered to left. He had a screaming shot down the line. That ball got out of there in a hurry. That was a 2-run shot, Bohm scoring. And then, maybe Nola was getting a little gassed. But yo, Paulie hit that home run to center, and Capuano scored to make it 9-3, and the Phillies held on to that lead there. And what can you say, man? It's a perfect night for the Phils. The Phils hitters for sure. And, I'm going to say it's a pretty perfect night for pitching, too. Not going to complain about Aaron Nola's line. It was amazing. It was great. Let me go ahead and just read that off to you guys real quick. Aaron Nola went 8 innings, gave up 7 hits, 3 runs, and he scattered those 7 hits, right? It wasn't a big deal. 3 runs, 3 earned, 1 walk, 10 strikeouts, and he gave up that home run. Got the win. ERA 3.2, 1.07 whip. Hell of a game for Nola. And on the other side, Musgrove, he got clobbered. He went 3.2 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. Gave up 4 home runs. He got smashed. And, yeah. And then the other guys came in to relieve San Diego. Who cares? All right, let's see what else we got here. I'm going to take a look at some other comments here. Star Wars, Casty hit that home run. Yeah, it was good to see. Jeff Erb checking in. Now that's the Dominguez I want to see. Yeah, it was nice for Sir Anthony to get a clean inning. Bring him in on mop-up duty, boost up that confidence, not confluence, but confidence. Boost up that confidence. And that ERA was over 9. So he's looking lost right now. So that was nice that he had a clean inning. So hopefully that builds his confidence and that keeps up. Paul Patrick Nevin says, "What did Dexter do? I didn't see the game." I must be missing something. Who's Dexter? I know the show Dexter. Does somebody on the Phillies look like Dexter? I'm trying to figure that one out. Who is Jalix? Star Wars. That's what you put. I thought you knew all about him. He's a linebacker that Eagles drafted, I thought. Isn't that who it was? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights says, "Hey, everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Friday indeed, Daniel, and happy Saturday. Good morning." That's right. Star Wars. It is Saturday. Pittsburgh is still tied. Star Wars says everybody hit but Bryson. Yeah, he's in a bit of a funk. You know what? Bench him. Well, against a tough lefty or any lefty. If Thompson wants to keep doing this platoon stuff, and I know platoons are all over in baseball. I'm not against it. I mean, there always seems to be at least one roster spot where there is a platoon. It's fine, right? But we are extreme platoon team, and our right-handed platoon, our right-handed bats are not as good as our left-handed bats. So you can't take them all out of the lineup when a left-hander comes up. Elephant in the Room says, I think he will develop power over time, be a 25 home run guy. Yeah, Elephant in the Room. The thing is, though, Bohm's 27. So, if he doesn't do it this year, he's in the prime of his career. I don't think he's ever going to do it. So we'll see. Maybe the power comes. I'm just not seeing it. But if he's going to hit 350, I mean, again, splitting hairs, right? All right. Go ahead and got another ad for you. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right, y'all, come on out to Dolan's Bar for Wiffle Ball Mania, Dolan Spring Classic on Saturday, May 25th. Come on out, hang out with all the EOP Fighters Final crew and some other guests from EOP. I'm sure will be there. Some other content creators will be there. Check out my man Mickey Morandini. He's going to be there with John Kruk, the 1993 squad. Just these two guys from the squad. If anybody else shows up, though, hey, it's a bonus. You never know. You never know who's going to show up at Dolan's. Dolan's got great food, great atmosphere, great drinks. Come on out, say hello. If you're staying local, want to watch a great game, that's Memorial Day weekend, I believe. So, hey, I know I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to be there. So if you guys aren't going down the shore, you don't have plans, come on out to Dolan's, man. Play some wiffle ball, hang out with the Mixter, the Cruxter, hang out with EOP and the Fighting's Final crew. Let's check some of these guys out. Jameson says Bohm is a hitting machine. Yes, sir. Thank God Harper isn't hurt. Yes, Jameson, that was a scary play. Let me see here. When was that? The third inning, I believe. And I got so much stuff written down here. Where the heck is it? Well, anyway, what happened was Nola fielded the ball, threw it inside the first baseline where the runner path is. As Jerks and Profar was running down the line, Harper stretches out his arm to catch the ball. Profar runs into his arm. They're both in pain for a little bit. It was scary. You're wondering, like, oh crap, Bryce's arm, elbow, shoulder. The combination of the three, I was like, oh my goodness. He just came back from paternity leave, and now the guy's going to go in the IL. So a lot of us probably sharded a bit on that one. I may have needed a change of underwear, but you knew Harper was fine because his next at bat he hits that home run. So I'm assuming everything with the arm's good. So yeah, thank goodness for that. Team Johan, Edge of Philly Sports. Yes, sir. We support Johan Rojas here. Jameson says, if our bullpen can be consistent, this is a championship caliber team. It is for sure, Jameson. I mean, the way the starting pitching is pitching lights out. I mean, this could be historic. The offense doing what we're expecting it to do. Bullpen might be missing a piece or two, and if that's the case, I think we can easily get that during the trade deadline. Before the trade deadline. There's a lot of bottom feeders. I mean, you look at guys, Michael Kopech on the White Sox. I wouldn't mind having him. He started out as a bullpen guy, went back to the rotation. Then they moved him back to the bullpen this year. Guy throws 100 miles an hour. He's the closer for the White Sox. He's not going to get many save chances there. Maybe we can get him for a good price. The other guy I'd want would be David Bednar of Pittsburgh. He might be tougher to get, especially if Pittsburgh's still in contention come trade deadline. But we'll see what happens there. Little G Griffith says, I'm a big fan of Phillies. I lost my family member. I'm real sorry to hear that, Little G. I hope you and your family are doing okay. We're hoping that we can at least make part of your day a little better for you. So hang in there. Jameson McGowan says Topper has the best winning percentage through 300 games since Pat Moran in 1915. Good old Pat Moran. Wow, that's a great fact there. Yeah, I mean, I like Thompson. I don't want to be highly critical of the guy. He just does some things. It just seems like he's hard headed with some of the things he does, and I'm guessing it's the analytics that come into play, or whatever he's using as a guide. I we'll see. I like him though. I just some of the things he does are just like they're frustrating, right? Jameson McGowan says you guys should make an outro of Harry K singing high hopes for Phillies wins. We had that. I remember Matty B playing it. I'm not seeing it here, and I don't know what the deal is. I don't um, copyright or whatever, but if it's here again, I would love to play it. Star Wars 99 says two good pitchers tomorrow. Yeah, we do have a good matchup. We got Ranger going against Dylan Cease. Dylan Cease, I'm looking at his player profile. He looks like my man Shane Haff over there. He's doing the NFL draft. I see I see a lot of resemblance there. So it's funny. Um, and I'm not saying that as a critical way. I'm looking at it and like it looks like Shane Haff. So yeah, it's going to be a fun matchup tomorrow. Ranger, Mr. Rager. Edge of Philly Sports says I get nervous when Bryce plays in San Diego. I'm trying to remember. Is that when he like blew out his arm or something the last time, where he had to get Tommy John, or he just has bad luck here? Connie Smith Taylor checking in. What a great game. Totally enjoyed the Eagles chance too. Yeah, that was great to see. I had to bring up the draft. I was excited, and I hope everybody who's an Eagles fan is too. Ooh. Jameson says Kopech would be great but expensive. I want Paul Blackburn or Tanner Scott. Okay. Yeah, I mean Tanner Scott, I believe, is on the Marlins. Blackburn on the A's, I think. So yeah, if we can get them for fair prices, sure. But what would be too expensive? Because I could tell you right now, if the deal was give me Abel for Kopech, I don't know if Kopech has a year left or not. I probably wouldn't do it if he'd be walking after this year. But if I had Kopech again for next year, I would give him up. I'm not afraid to give up pitching prospects or any prospects either, for that matter. Edge of Phillies copyright had to pull it. See that darn copyrights, man. You got to wait 50 or 75 years, whatever the copyright thing is, and then we can play public domain stuff. Little G Griffith, thank you. No problem. No problem. Again, sorry again for your loss. All right, let me see. Got another ad for you guys here. All right, if you're a Philly sports fan, you want to travel with your favorite team, then travel with it best. Go to phillysportstrips.com. They have self-travel packages and full travel packages available with round-trip flights for Phillies, Eagles, Flyers, Sixers, and the Union. They even offer day trip for more local games. Go to phillysportstrips.com and tell them EOP sent you. Check out this trip right here on your screen. We got Baltimore, 90 minutes down the road, June 15th. Come on out, Sports Trips, the ultimate trip. I would love to go to Camden Yards. I've never been, so I might check that out. If you can't make that one, come on out to Chicago, 4th of July week, July 3rd through the 7th. That looks like a fun time. Wrigley Field. Um, and you know what? If you want to, go big. Have a great summer. Go to both trips. Why not? Treat yourself. Treat the wife. Treat the kids. Treat everybody. Treat yourself. Yeah, I already said that. And let me go ahead. Oh, oh, all right. Last time I didn't hit my spots. Here we go. Here we go. Broad Street bottom line coming up. What's happening? Back with you. So the bottom line with the Phillies, kicking butt, taking names again. Game one of the series, so far so good. 2 games in a row. It was the hit parade, the turning points, the key moments. Phillies were able to put the ball wherever they wanted, mainly over the fence. Pitching was great. Realmuto called a great game. Defense was on point. Bo made some plays. Marsh with the robbing the home run. Turner with a few web gems. Rojas stepped up. Nick Casty had the nice catch against the wall. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to do, right? Everybody's not going to get hot with the bats at the same time, but collectively, as a whole, this is what you want to see as a team, right? Most of the guys chipping in, scoring runs, not leaving guys on base. Runners in scoring position, knock them in. RISP is a big thing. Big thing at EOP. I know Matty B is a big fan of RISP. I'm a big fan of RISP as well. And Philadelphia pitchers coming into this game held opponents to a 220 batting average. That is elite. And some of the other things we got here, let's see. Oh, and another thing I wanted to point out. Alec Boehm can't play first ever again. He just can't. Guy's 6'5". He has the worst reach for a 6'5" guy ever seen. He doesn't seem to be flexible to stretch with that big frame. I don't know he's got to do more calisthenics or what, but don't play him at first anymore, please. For me. Let's talk about, though, Marsh with the bat. Right, 10-game hitting streak going on right now. Red hot, 514 average during the streak. That's ridiculous. 18 hits during the streak, and he might have added on a hit or two with that. Rojas beating out. Nope, my bad. What else we got here? You know what? I missed my notes. I was on the wrong date. What do you know? Some of that stuff. So, where else we at here? Nola struck out the side in the bottom of the fifth. That was great to see. What can you say, man? We're just kicking ass, man, for show. That's the Broad Street bottom line. Now we're going to round the base. All right, everyone. We have a final. Royals over the Tigers 8-0. And in 10 innings, the A's beat the Orioles 3-2. The Dodgers smashed the Blue Jays 12-2. The Cubs smoked the Red Sox 7-1. The Cardinals edged out the Mets 4-2. Nationals beating those Marlins 3-1. The Guardians lost to the Braves. The Braves beat the Guardians 6-2. The White Sox beat the Rays 9-4. The Rangers eked out the Reds 2-1. And in 11 innings, the Brewers beat the Yankees 7-6. The Twins over the Angels 5-3. The Mariners beating the D-backs 6-1. Our Fightins 9-3 over the Padres, and the Giants blanked the Pirates. That is your out-of-town scoreboard. Let's see what else we got. Some more comments. Guys are all night owls. I love it. We're going to have Andrew Painter next year. Probably not until late, but still a bright future. Yeah, I don't know how much of him you're going to see next year, but, hopeful for half a season at least. Star Wars, we have you on over 30 minutes. No worries, Star Wars. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. Elephant in the room. Yeah, no more Bohm at first. He's fine at third. He's just fine at third. He's fine. He could tell he worked on third base. He's playing great defense there. Keep him there. No more first. All right, everybody. Let me see here. I want to make sure. We got one more for you. One more ad read. All right, we got David R. Cherry, Esquire. If you get hurt at work in a motor vehicle accident, personal injury, or affected by criminal law, you call David R. Cherry of the Cherry Firm. Call 610-565 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Let David Archerry fight for your rights. Again, that number is 610-565-0300 or go to cherryinjurylaw.com. Yeah, man. So tomorrow, like I mentioned, we have Ranger Suarez going against Dylan Cease. That's going to be a fun matchup. Can't wait for that game. See if the Phillies can make it 3 in a row, get that winning streak going. And here's our upcoming lineup here. You had me tonight into Saturday morning. You're going to have Big Al in the Saturday night, Sunday morning. And Sunday, you're going to have Pat Bernard. So make sure you check us out on eopsports.com. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps us out. It means a lot to us. You can find us everywhere. Please make sure you check out all our other content creators on EOP Sports. We cover everything. Our guys are doing a great job following the draft, breaking down picks. I mean, these guys are machines. I don't know how they got all this information. I don't know most of these guys. And we got Ryan Reese, Dibes, Mark Henry, Shane Haft. They were going over the draft. That was awesome to see. And make sure you check out our morning show Monday through Friday with Phil Stifel. That's 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. He gives you the breakdowns on what's hot in the world of Philadelphia sports. Let's get another comment. Jameson says, real quick, what do you think of Jackson Holiday being optioned? He's batting 059 111 170. Doesn't hurt. Some great players have been optioned in their lifetime. I was saw online earlier. Mickey Mantle apparently was optioned. He turned out to be a pretty good player. There was another guy too. I forgot, but I thought I heard something about Jackson Holiday being dinged up a bit. Maybe that's why they sent him down, but the guy's, I mean, he looks like he could barely hit out of a paper bag right now. So it doesn't hurt. You have options on the guy. He's young enough. It's not like, sending them down is going to kill him. Should they have held out longer? I mean, 60 under 60 batting average. I mean, at that point, 111 on base. He looks like he's having a tough time, Dominic Brown, Jameson reminds me of Dominic Brown, who he ruined his confidence by throwing him out there every day. Maybe. But he's also one of those guys who we were like, he's untouchable. We won't trade him. And that's where I always go to when we talk about prospects and not trading them. You don't know what's going to happen. Most of these guys don't pan out. Same thing with the NFL draft, right? We don't know who's going to be good and who's not going to be good. You got those guys who are experts that are going to pick guys. They get a lot of those guys wrong. I would always trade prospects. I don't care who it is. If you can win a championship, because what do they say? Flags fly forever. That's the truth. So if we can win a title again for the Phillies this year, yeah, I'll trade everybody if we can win. I'll sell my soul. All right, everybody, that's it for me. I went long enough. Hopefully you guys had a good time with me. I had a great time as always. Please follow me on @SalGPhilly on the Twitter, on X, whatever the heck they call it nowadays. Shoot me comment. I talk about whatever. I like to have fun on there, joke around. Elephant in the room. Great show. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. It means a lot to me. Means a lot to us here at EOP. So talk to you guys next time. Jameson says, go Phils, go Birds. Good night. Appreciate it. Good night, Jameson. Good night, everybody on the call. And let me get that video to sign us off. Play us out. Do it live. Have a good night, everyone. Later.